Big changes could be on the horizon at Anfield. Fenway Sports Group, Liverpool's American owners since 2010, have made a major announcement that could significantly shape the club's future direction, both on and off the pitch. The news has sparked immediate debate among supporters and pundits alike, with many keen to understand what it means for the team, its ambitions, and its long-term stability. As Liverpool continue their push under Arne Slot, this latest update from FSG adds a fascinating new layer to the ongoing story of one of football's most storied clubs. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Alisson was among those to report to the AXA training centre on Tuesday as he rehabs his hamstring injury, while Curtis Jones resumed preparations for Man United. Liverpool will host Man United on their return to Premier League action on Sunday, but will do so without their number one goalkeeper. Alisson is not expected back until after the November international break, with the Brazilian due to miss up to 8 games after picking up a hamstring injury against Galatasaray. That meant he could not join the Brazil squad for their friendlies against South Korea and Japan this month either. But he watched the latter, a 3-2 defeat for Carlo Ancelotti's side, alongside Japan captain Wataru Endo at the AXA training centre on Tuesday morning. Endo was also not with his national team, having suffered a hamstring issue of his own, with the midfielder instead working on his recovery on Merseyside. It remains to be seen if he will be ruled out of the clash with Man United, though indications are that it is not a serious problem for Liverpool's number 3 and he could be involved. Jones was one of the few fit senior players not called up for international duty this month, and he shared a photo of Alisson and Endo watching the friendly on Instagram. His presence at the AXA suggests training work has now begun ahead of the return of Arne Slot and his wider squad later in the week. Joe Gomez and Federico Chiesa were also left out of their national teams and should be part of Slot's plans for Sunday's 4:30 p.m. kickoff. It will have been a quiet day at the club's expanded facility as Rob Page and his under-21s travelled to Crewe for their EFL Trophy tie on Tuesday night. Typically, the under-21 squad are used to make up the numbers in these early first-team sessions towards the end of an international break. But with the likes of Kaidi Gordon, Kieran Morrison and Fabian Morozek instead expected to be involved against League 2 opposition later in the day, Jones and co will likely have been limited to gym work. Tuesday night does, however, bring the final international fixtures for those called up, with Georgi Mamadashvili, Milos Kerkez, Dominik Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister due to be in action. It is likely that the squad will begin to report back on Wednesday, and the workload will increase in anticipation of Man United. Now, Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group insist they have learned from their mistakes running the club as they celebrate 15 years at Anfield. Principal owner John W. Henry, Liverpool chairman Tom Werner, and FSG president Mike Gordon also thanked fans for telling us when we've fallen short. Under the Americans' ownership, the club won the league for the first time in 30 years, adding another title last season and added a 6th Champions League to their tally. And they have pledged, our work isn't done. It has not all been plain sailing, with significant missteps, including an ill-advised involvement in the European Super League, which prompted an apology and U-turn from Henry within 48 hours, such was the backlash, hiking ticket prices to £77 and furloughing staff during COVID. Also both overturned after outcry from fans. Off the field, there have been times we've got things wrong, the management trio said in a joint statement. We know that, and we have learned from it. All our decisions are made with the best long-term interests of the club at the centre of our thinking. Addressing the fans, they said, "Thank you for welcoming us, for believing in this team through every high and low, for telling us when we've fallen short, and for showing the world what it truly means to be part of Liverpool Football Club. Today is a day to look back with gratitude, but it's also a reminder that our work isn't done. There's still so much more ahead of us, more to achieve, more to win, and more memories to make together." Under FSG, there has been considerable investment in infrastructure, with 2 new stands built at Anfield at a cost of more than £220 million and a new £50 million training ground constructed. But what has mattered most is the success they have enjoyed on the pitch, with the women's team also winning back-to-back league titles early in FSG's reign. When we first became involved with Liverpool, we knew we were joining something extraordinary and we hoped we could restore such an incredibly storied institution to standards it had previously set. But we could never have imagined exactly how the next 15 years would unfold, added the statement. From the outset, our primary aims were simple: to bring success back to Anfield and to ensure the long-term health and stability of this great club. We understood the responsibility that came with being its custodians, and we've tried to honor that every single day. We also understood the scale of the challenge, but recognized the potential that could be realized if everyone pulled in the same direction. Looking back now, it's not only been quite a journey, it's also been an incredible adventure that we, as owners, have been privileged to be a part of. In other news, Konate is into the final year of his contract at Liverpool, and if ongoing talks do not result in an extension, he will become the most valuable free agent of 2026. Konate now has less than 9 months remaining on his current deal with the Premier League champions, and a breakthrough in talks does not appear close. The Frenchman is being courted by Real Madrid, who are employing similar tactics to those which convinced Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave on a free transfer last summer, and his recent form has led to questions over his future. Liverpool would clearly prefer to keep their number 5, but if there is no progress soon, they may become resigned to seeing another key player leave as a free agent. According to Transfermarkt, of the players worldwide whose contracts are set to expire in the summer, Konate's market value is the highest. He is projected to be worth €60 million, which is considerably more than the next highest, Bayern Munich's Dayot Upamecano, who is valued at €50 million. Upamecano and Konate were centre-back partners at RB Leipzig, and interestingly, Liverpool are claimed to hold an interest in signing the Frenchman. A known target for the champions is Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi, who is joint third on the list and valued at €45 million, a fraction higher than the fee initially agreed to sign him on deadline day. Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong is also valued at €45 million, while Man City's Bernardo Silva, whose projected market value is €38 million, rounds off the top 5. If Konate, Upamecano and Guehi all run their contracts down, it could see Liverpool embroiled in a battle to land one of the bargain signings of the summer. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.